Welcome to first semester Zoology, Cell Biology, Genetics and Infectious Diseases. In the unit 4.1, we will deal on human chromosomes and pattern of inheritance. And in this, the autosomal dominant. So, autosomal dominant, it refers to our particular trait is inherited. Here the autosome, it refers to the non-sex chromosomes, and in humans those are chromosomes that is from 1 to 22. These are called autosomes, and other two are called as sex chromosomes. If they have XX chromosomes, then it will be a female, and if they have XY chromosomes, then it will be a male individuals. And here dominant means that need one copy of mutation in order to be effective. Some autosomal dominant traits that individual may be familiar with are neurofibromatosis. Example for autosomal dominant disease is Huntington disease. So this is a disease which is progressive brain disorder that is caused by single defective genes on the chromosome number 4 and one of 23 human chromosomes that carry a person's entire genetic code. So this defect is dominant, that is meaning that anyone who inherits it from a parent with Huntington's will eventually develop this disease. So Huntington disease symptoms can develop at any time, but often they first appear when the people are in 30 to 40. So if the condition develops before 20, it is called as juvenile Huntington's. And when the Huntington's develops early, symptoms are somewhat different and the diseases may progress faster. So the signs of Huntington diseases are indicated on affected individually. So these are the physical signs of Huntington diseases, and this is a mental and emotional signs of Huntington diseases. The involuntary movement, the trouble in walking, the clumsiness, the unsteadiness, the imbalances, trouble holding objects and speech difficulty, weight loss, difficult with bladder control and difficult with bowel control, and changes in sleeping pattern. These are related to the physical signs of Huntington disease. When you come to the mental and emotional signs of Huntington disease, that is sadness, they will suffer from depression, there is a lack of motivations, difficult to get along with the sexual problems, there will be a memory loss, and there will be an intellectual decline and delusions or hallucinations and suspiciousness and paranoia. These are the symptoms or mental and emotional symptoms of Huntington disease. And the signs of progressing Huntington disease are increased involuntary movement, there will be a weakness, a severe depression and falling because of inability to movement, then difficulty in swallowing and chewing, and fever and speech issues. These are the signs of progressing Huntington diseases, and this will indicate the how the affected father will and unaffected mother give rise to the progeny, and that progeny will result in what is called as affected child and unaffected child, and unaffected child and unaffected male and affected female. That means 50% of the female is unaffected and 50% of the female is affected because of the the genes which is carried from the affected father, and also 50% of the male is affected, and 50% of the male is also unaffected. So this disease is caused by inherited defect that is in a single gene, and this Huntington disease is an autosomal dominant disorder, as I told, which means the person needs only one copy of the defective gene to develop this Huntington's disorder. So with the exceptions of the genes on the sex chromosome, a person inherits two copies of every gene, one copy from each parent, and a parent with a defective gene could pass along the defective copy of the gene or the healthy copy of the gene. So the child in the family therefore has a 50% of chance of inheriting the gene that causes the genetic disorder. This is how this is transmitted from the parents to the offsprings. And the complications that is due to the diseases, it starts from the person's functional abilities and gradually worsen over the time, and the rate of disease progresses and the duration also varies, and the time from the disease's emergence to the death is often from 10 to 30 years, and this Huntington disease usually results in death within 10 years after the symptoms develops. So the clinical depression associated with the Huntington disease may increase the risk of suicide, and some research suggests that greater risk of suicide occur before a diagnosis is made and the middle stages of the disease, when a person starts to lose the independence. And what is the remedy for this disease? That is the in vitro fertilization. That is the remedy for the diseases where the defective genes are removed, and then the normal gene is inserted, and then through the in vitro fertilization the diseases can be cured. So these are the references that you can refer for further information. Thank you. And also there is some of the multiple choice questions. In humans, each cell normally contains dash of chromosomes, 11 pairs, 23 pairs, 32 pairs and 46 pairs. The answer is 23 pairs. That Huntington disease is diagnosed through a genetic test, with physical exam, with the family history, all of the above. The answer is all of the above. Huntington disease is also known as Huntington syndrome, Huntington's neuritis, Huntington's chorea, Huntington's reaction. The answer is Huntington's chorea. The Huntington's disease mainly affects which body system? This is lymphatic system, nervous system, cardiovascular system, and the answer is the nervous system. So in which age group does our Huntington disease usually first appears? That is in teens, 20, 30 and 40, 60 and older. As I told you, it is between 30 and 40s. Early symptoms of Huntington disease includes which of this answers? Mood swing, depression, irritability, all of the above. The answer is all of the above. Thank you.